welcome to my channel. This is a tiny bookcase, and welcome back if you are returning. But today I want to share with you my TBR for the Cozy Christmas Read-A-Thon that I created. It's going to run through the whole month of December, so I hope you will join me for that. And let's get started. Christmas is just the most wonderful time of the year. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it is. It is my favorite holiday. So I just wanted to share my TBR for this read-a-thon. It is the Cozy Christmas Read-A-Thon, and it's just exactly what the title infers. It is cozy and all about Christmas and just having those cozy feels and just having fun and enjoying the season. So I want to get into the prompts so that I can share with you what I'll be reading this month. And the first prompt is Old-Fashioned Christmas. Read something nostalgic. And for that, I will be reading All of a Kind Family by Sydney Taylor. So this book takes place in the early 1900s. It's about a family, and there are several sisters, and we just hear about their daily lives. And I came across this book while I was doing the BooTU Read-A-Thon. I was reading The Railroad Children, and this book was recommended on GoodReads. So I thought I'd give it a look through, and I really enjoyed what I was hearing. So I borrowed this from my library, and I really find this very cozy, and I love hearing the stories of the sisters and hearing about how their lives were during this time period, because it is early in the 1900s, and about this community. They are a Jewish community. They live in a Jewish community, and I just like hearing about how people live, and the sisters are so sweet. So this is what we'll be reading for the first prompt, Old-Fashioned Christmas. So the second prompt is Quintessential Christmas, Classic Christmas, Read a Classic. So pretty self-explanatory. And for that I chose the book I received, and oops, I dropped my bookmark. I'll be reading A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I just received this in my Coffee and a Classic book box. So I'm looking forward to reading this. This is a reread for me, but I enjoy this story. I'm really looking forward to rereading this story. I read this a long time ago, years ago actually. I think more than 15 years ago. So since it's been so many years ago, I honestly think that I will have forgotten some of the parts. I mean, I've watched many adaptations of A Christmas Carol, but there's always a difference between the novel and the book. At this point, after all these years, I probably don't remember exactly everything that happens in this book. So it's nice to get reacquainted with the characters and with the story. Number 3, have a very Merry Christmas. Read a book with Christmas in the title. So actually, this book actually works for that, A Christmas Carol, but I do have another selection. I actually have more than one selection. So in addition to A Christmas Carol, I will be reading The Christmas Stories by Charles Dickens. I have this one, an audiobook from my library. And I also will be listening to A Christmas Dream by Louisa Alcott. And I expect that there will probably be a couple of more selections that I'll be reading with Christmas in the title, but those are just a couple that I'll be reading for number 3. So number 4 is It's a Wonderful Life. Watch your favorite Christmas program. And actually, we have just watched one of our favorites the other night. Last night, my husband and my daughter and I were watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's one of my very favorite animated features, and I love to watch it every year. There's a couple that I'm still looking forward to seeing. 5 is The Reason for the Season. Read or watch a faith-based book or movie, or both, your choice. So I'll be doing both of those, and for the adaptation, we're going to watch Star. That's also an animated feature, and it is the Christmas story told through. So it is the Christmas story about baby Jesus being born, and it is told through the point of view of the animals. So we get to hear their point of view in this story, and I just really loved it when we first watched it. My husband and I and my daughter went to see this at the movies a few years back, and it is a great movie. I really like it, and I'm looking forward to watching it. But I will be reading for number 5, The Story of Christmas by Pamela Dalton. So this is a new book. I have not read it. I'm looking forward to reading also Amazing Peace by Maya Angelou. I think this is a short story or a poem, so I'm not quite sure. It is a Christmas poem, and she read this at the lighting of the National Christmas tree back in 2005 at the White House. It's an affirmation of goodness. I'm quite fond of Maya Angelou, so I was really happy when I came across this as I was searching for selections for my TBR. The Gift of the Magi and Other Christmas Stories by O. Henry. So there's 4 short Christmas stories in this collection, and 2 of them are by other authors. 6, Comfort and Joy. Read something that makes you feel cozy. So for that one, I'm going to break out my treasury of favorite poems, and I will be reading A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Clark Moore. And for you that do not recognize this story poem, it is actually 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, but that's just really the first line of this poem by Clement Clark Moore. So I'm looking forward to diving into that because it's one of my favorites since I was a child. A lot of these stories are very cozy, so it kind of fits a lot of what I'm reading kind of fit this genre, but I just thought that's one of my favorites, especially from childhood. So I hope you enjoy that one. I will also be reading The Greatest Gift by Philip Van Doren Stern. This book is actually the story of It's a Wonderful Life, the classic movie that was made famous with Jimmy Stewart. So it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but my family and I used to always watch it on Thanksgiving right after we had our dinner, and later on in the evening it would always come on, and I remember have fond memories watching this with my mom, and sometimes my siblings joined us, but usually it was my mom and I, and I watched this almost every year, and it's been many years since I've seen it. So I'm quite happy that I found this book because I'm looking forward to it. Number 7, The Magic of Christmas. Read a middle grade or elementary book, any juvenile or chapter book of your choosing. And for that, I will be reading The Borrowers by Mary Norton. This is a childhood favorite. I read this years ago when I was maybe 11 or 12, so I'm looking forward to diving into that book. I don't remember it much, but just the title, so I was quite happy to find it. But I also will be reading Ballet Shoes by Noel Straightfield. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and I have that one on audio. So that is all I have for you. There you have it. That is my TBR. I am so excited for this readathon. You just don't know. It is just something I've been looking forward to since I thought up doing this. So I hope you like this idea, and maybe I can do it every year. But you just let me know. Just leave me a comment down below if you're going to be participating. I really love to see some of your videos and your TBRs and what you are reading. I do have a GoodReads group, so I will leave that down below so you can catch the link down there. and join on Goodreads. So I hope to see you there. Christmas is just the most wonderful time of the year. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it is. It is my favorite holiday. I look forward to it all year. And when I take down the Christmas tree after Epiphany, I sometimes think, oh, well, it's been a long season, and I'm lugging that box up to my closet, and I think, it's gonna be a while before I want to put this tree up again. But as soon as the Thanksgiving holiday starts to come around, I am so like looking forward to Advent and to putting up the Christmas tree and getting cozy with my family and just enjoying the season, even though there are so many things going on, and sometimes it can get a bit hectic, especially with all the frenzy with the shopping. And I really hate that part because the season itself is so magical and so lovely that we get lost in that frenzy. So I hope that you will join me for this read-a-thon and just get cozy and look for some awesome books to read and make you feel all the feels and just enjoy the spirit and the season. I mean, it is a beautiful time to spend with your family and just to share in these moments that they're such fleeting moments. They go by so fast, and then they're gone until next year. So I'm really looking forward to this read-a-thon. I hope that there will be a lot of you out there who will be joining in this read-a-thon, and I look forward to seeing your videos and your TBRs. But if you do love read-a-thons and Christmas, please hit the like button. I hope there's a lot of you out there like me that enjoy this season and look forward to just getting cozy and having just all these memories, just cherishing these little moments with our family, and just looking forward to just watching the Christmas tree twinkling at night and getting cozy with a good book or listening to an audio. But until next time, I hope I will see you again soon. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye.